Hey YouTube, Clueless Box Breaker here once again with a special PSA package unboxing. I've got a box full of cards here. I've already opened it up because I wanted to take out the paperwork and the filler and all that stuff. I'm sorry that I don't do those pre-send-away videos like I've seen people do on YouTube. I might start doing those when I send cards away. I'll maybe like try to guess the grade or something like that, or at least I'll show you what I have to send away. I've got a stack of cards right here that I will be showing you at the end of the video. Those are going to be the cards that I send away over the next one or two shipments to PSA. And as my decoy today, as my blocker, I'll be using the card that I get to brag about all the time. If you don't recognize who this guy is, then take a look at my profile picture. This is the 2018 Paul Stastny C202. Only got a grade of 9 though, so I got to send away more to try to get a 10. I really hope I don't have to send a bunch away to get a 10. I thought this card was nice and crisp. I thought this gave me a chance, but I think that might have ruined it for me. There's a little tiny burr on the bottom corner there. It's kind of hard to pick up. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Yeah, I'll definitely have to send at least one or two more away to try to get a 10 because I would love to get a 10. So let's open up this box and see what we got. And I can already see that. I noticed that when I opened it earlier, but that is definitely not a PSA slab. Let's just show you that right off the bat. And yeah, you're going to look at this and think, well, how did you not notice that? The left side is so miscut. It's so off center, this card. I really should have noticed it, but really with these 91 Merlin cards, I did kind of send them away in a rush. I don't expect any of these cards to get a 10. It's very hard to get a 10 on those cards. And I mean, what I'm really looking for when I send these cards away, it's kind of hard to see. You can see like the ink on the white right there. I don't know if you can see it, but I had these cards stacked on top of each other when I was a kid, in one of those really thick plastic, about as big as this, a big thick plastic thing with a lid that goes on it. I had all these cards stacked on top of each other, so some of the ink like rubbed off on each other. I love that PSA is nice enough to tell you, hey, we're not going to grade this card, but here's a sticker. We're still going to charge you. I mean, it's $15 to grade a card when you send them in groups like this, above 20, so there's no more of those, thankfully. Now, some of these cards you're going to recognize from other videos, especially my hockey videos. In my last PSA grade unveiling, or whatever I worded it as, you saw some of those 91 Merlin WWF cards. There's going to be more of those in here. The top half here, I think, is wrestling, and the bottom half is hockey. And like I said, you should recognize some of these cards. So number 1, we've got a 91 Merlin Undertaker with Paul Bearer. Gets a 9. Again, like I said, these cards are very hard to get 10s on. I only noticed so many of these cards that get a 10. And again, there's like ink that has come off. You can kind of see it right there on the white. I mean, the corners on this one look really good. The surface looked decent on a lot of the cards that I sent away, so hopefully none of them dip too far below an 8. I'll be happy with an 8 or above on any of these 91 Merlins. But, oh man, I loved buying those from the card shop in those tinfoil wrappers that those came in. Such a fun time. Next, we've got, yep, an 8. We've got Macho Man with Miss Elizabeth, also 91 Merlin. Good color, good centering. Probably not so great on the corners. The corners look all right. There's always something, you know. It's pretty hard to get a PSA 10. Hopefully, I have some in here. Though. All right, our third card, we've got a 8 for the Merlin Hulk Hogan, number 61. That just straight up looking into the camera right there. I really want to get a 10 on one of these. I hope there's a 10 in here for the WWFs. We've got another Undertaker with Paul Bearer. Also gets an 8 right there. The other one got a 9. So doing okay on those. I think last I checked, a lot of these cards were going for decent money, 8 and above. I think this is worth like $70 or something right now. And yes, that is something that I look at as somebody who sends away cards to get graded. You got to look up the value just in case. I have thinned out my collection. Some of the cards that you've seen in my videos before, I have sold on eBay. I just sold my Bedard card. Everybody remembers I opened up a Bedard card. And here's another Macho Man Randy Savage. Also gets a PSA 8, card number 29. Macho Man with his candy cane, his candy cane design tights right there. Next up, oh, we got into hockey. Here is the Wyatt Johnston. Oh, man, that sucks. That only got an 8. Well, Wyatt Johnston gets an 8. See, it's stuff like that that really makes me want to crack this open and resend it, but I don't think that'll help anything. Man. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you look up in that corner right there. All right. Well, I'll cut PSA some slack on that one. Next up. Okay, so I actually, yeah, I got a Jack Eichel card in a group of other cards. I got 3 Golden Knights cards on eBay, and Jack Eichel was one of them. I was really hoping that this card would get a 9, but it only got 8. And this is, of course, his Young Guns when he was on the Buffalo Sabres, but I have so few Golden Knights Young Guns that I have graded. I have the entire run of Golden Knights Young Guns from year 1 up until now, but you know, Jack Eichel, he's just a player I really wanted as a Young Guns. And luckily, the Knights have so many players coming in to replace all the injured players. I'm going to have a lot of Young Guns to look forward to after this season. And everybody remembers when I opened this card. Sidney Crosby, 10 of 10 on the stature, last year's stature. I got a 9 on the card grade and a 10 on the autograph grade. This is the only card I've ever gotten the autograph graded. But yeah, it's hard to get these cards as a 10, these thicker cards. But, you know, this will probably stay in my personal collection for a while. Like I said, I think I'm going to have some of these on eBay. So check out my profile for my eBay link if you want to take a look and see what I have. We got Owen Power, got a 9. Got a 9 on Owen Power Young Guns, not bad. Hopefully there are some 10s in here, like I said. Owen Power is still doing well for Buffalo, I think. Buffalo as a whole, not doing so well, even after getting rid of Eichel. We got a Jeremy Swayman Young Guns. Jeremy Swayman, that's definitely a personal collection card. I'll probably hold on to this, just like when I had Logan Thompson graded in my last video. I like Swayman. He's a good player. Bruins are my second favorite team now that the Knights are here. Next up, we've got a Dylan Guenther, and he gets a 9, of course, because why give me a 10? Dylan Guenther, I opened up him in one of my videos also. But that's a cool card. Hopefully he keeps it going with Arizona. Arizona's not doing too bad this season. Could be doing a lot worse. This is one of the cards that I got with Jack Eichel. I actually already sold the other card off. It was one of those glow-in-the-dark arena cards, but this gets a 10. I mean, it's a clear cut. Dual clear cut. We got Jack Eichel and Jonathan Marchessault on there. But that's really cool that I get a 10 on that one. All right. So my wish is granted. 10. Hopefully there's more. It's a really cool card. Personal collection card, of course. Oh, another 10. We got a Shane Wright canvas. I opened up this one last year also. I wish Shane Wright was doing a little better. Last I checked, he was kind of struggling. I don't know what he's doing right now. I have enough things to worry about with hockey. The Knights are sucking. I opened this in my last video, I think it was, or like 2 videos ago. I don't know why I sent this card away. I just did. I thought it would get a 10, but it only got a 9. And I think raw this card is selling for like $2 now. So I'll take a bath on that one. I'll lose money on this one for sure. Maybe I can get $15 back. That's what I paid for these cards to get graded, is $15. So, with the exception of a Crosby, I believe. A Crosby, I probably had to pay like $70 or $80 for, however much it was. Next up, we've got a Askarov. Oh, nice! It got a 10 on that Young Guns. Askarov, I think, is doing okay this season. Hopefully, he keeps it up, and I can post that for good money one day. And we've got our last card. We've got a Jacob Pelletier. Also gets a 10 on the Young Guns canvas. Nice. So we got a few 10s. How many did we get? 2, 3, 4. We got 4 10s. Not bad. And the rest are 8s and above. 8s are usually not worth anything, but for the WWF Merlins, that's excusable. I hate that, who is it? Gunther? Wyatt Johnson. I hate that one's a 8, but it happens. All in all, I mean, you spend $15 to get cards graded. It's really not all that bad when they come back a 9, especially if the card is worth 20 raw. With that 9, it's probably worth a little bit more. So it's definitely going to be worth more than the $15 you put into it. And of course, the Undertaker is miscut, so that doesn't get graded at all. But here is a stack of cards that I'm going to be sending away on my next shipment to PSA, or the next 2 shipments. But I figured Carlito is back, so I'll send away this Refractor, X-Fractor. I've sent away a CM Punk one before, and that one actually sold really quick on my eBay account. He got a 10 for a CM Punk X-Fractor. Got a Randy Orton X-Fractor. Hulk Hogan Merlin. And now that I'm looking at it, maybe I shouldn't send this one away because I think this is a little too far off center. So we'll see. Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich, of course. You had the Iron Claw just came out, and that was a really good movie. So I definitely want to send him away and get a grade on him. I only have the 2 Bret Hart cards that are graded, so I'm going to send more of him away, get him graded. A Caden Ghoul. This is the one Artifacts card that I've actually gotten redeemed. I'm still waiting on everything else. Upwards of a 2-year wait, but I pulled this in one of my last videos, number 32 of 999. And then that big Dustin Wolf clear cuts hit that I got. That will hopefully grade nice. If that gets a 10, I'd be ecstatic. And the Kuzmenko Future Watch auto. It's also a decent card. Hopefully I can get a 9 on that. I think that's at least a 9. That's got to be at least a 9. So that's it. I'm Clueless Boxbreaker. Like I said, can you please like, comment, subscribe? I will let you know when I send more cards off to PSA and exactly what they'll be. I don't know when my next box break will be. It might even have to wait until NHL Series 2 comes out, if I can even get my hands on a box of that, because the price is going to go absolutely insane because of Connor Bedard. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I'm Clueless Boxbreaker. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all the subscriptions. I'm over 100 now. Have a good day, YouTube.